Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 400 of the Ironman series. That's right, 400. Kind of insane. I was considering doing like a video of just recapping the last 100 episodes because I do find those pretty cool, and I wasn't able to do a best of 2022, unfortunately. Happy late new year, by the way. But in today's video, we've actually been able to do something that I thought would be a little bit more exciting. Today, we're finally going to be learning how to right-click Mage E-Man Slayer Tier 4s. That's right, we're going to be able to kill them by the end of today's episode and start the grind for our Terminator. I am genuinely so excited for this. Our Hyperion's going to come into play here. I'm really pumped for it. If you are new here, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. We've made 400 episodes. Here's to another 400. Let's jump right into this one. Super quickly, during this holiday season, if you do find yourself checking on the Hypixel store for the brand new fire sales that are currently going on for Skyblock, gems, or anything else on the store, don't forget to use my creator code Zach. I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much to everyone who does use the code on a regular basis. You guys are amazing. Yeah, make sure you take advantage. Extra 5% off, code ZACH, and I do greatly appreciate it. Something I want to get for my sheep pet for Tier 4 Enderman is actually the bubblegum pet item. It basically increases how long your overflux stays placed for by 2 times duration. So instead of 1 minute, it'll be 2 minutes placed down, and that seems to be about the spot when I start struggling, about a minute after I place my orb. Also, while I was AFK for a second, this guy built this little heart for me, so I do appreciate that. But I went ahead and mined about 5 million coins worth of jade. Let's go ahead and sell all this really quickly. I need 5 million coins super fast to buy a bubblegum. Actually, the most expensive pet item you can actually buy from Zog over here. So we're going to go ahead, buy a bubblegum, 5 million coins. Let's go ahead and buy this. Confirm. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and pull out our sheep pet. Unfortunately, we are overwriting a textbook, which makes me wonder, how expensive was that again? I crafted that a long time ago. What am I about to overwrite? Honestly, not terrible. I'm kind of okay doing that. This thing's worth way more, and it's just going to be way more useful. So let's go ahead and slap that onto our sheep pet. Beautiful. Now our orbs will last twice as long. So this should actually help a lot when we do Tier 4 Enderman. So now that we've added bubblegum, there's actually been a couple more changes I've kind of updated to our setup. First and foremost, I actually had another molten necklace that had mana regen 1 on it compared to the molten necklace I was using before, which honestly just didn't have anything that was helping. I think I was using this life regen 1. No, actually I was using this one. The Arachno Resistance 2 Speed 1, which really wasn't doing much for me. This Veteran 2 Life Regeneration 1 is actually really tempting, but I think Mana Regeneration 1 is going to help me a little bit more right now. Just seem to be struggling with mana. I also, for the first time on this profile, went ahead and purchased a accessory enrichment swapper. It's only 200 bits, and you can change basically what your enrichments do in 1 click. So I changed them all over to intelligence, which actually added like, I think 60 extra intelligence, which is super nice. So that's a nice little buff that we have going on there. As you can see, all enriched with intelligence. And then kind of just been doing like small little tweaks. I changed first strike on my Hyperion to triple strike because it's actually going to be, I think, 25% more damage over 3 hits compared to the damage that first strike does. So I think in the end it ends up doing more damage. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. A couple other little changes like that. But other than that, I think it's time that we just try a Tier 4 Enderman and kind of just hope for the best. Another thing that's actually going to help a ton, and I was tempted to kind of wait for this, but it's genuinely just taking forever, are 2 slide minions. I really do need to go and get like a Magma Cream or Magma Cube minion with a Corrupted Soil. So yeah, maybe I'll do that in the next day or so, but basically we're somewhat getting close. We're a little over a quarter of the way to an implosion belt, which isn't terrible, but an implosion belt is actually going to help us a ton when we do this. It's going to increase all explosion damage dealt by 25%, which is what Hyperion damage is. So basically imagine I'm doing 25% more damage. This would help an actual ton and give 70 defense. However, there is the trade-off of getting rid of the black belt for it, which reduces damage taken by 6%. I think it's going to be worth it. 25% more damage is a massive increase. So yeah, slowly but surely we're getting there with these guys, but they just need a little bit more time, unfortunately. Also, something I forgot to mention, I did actually work on the ultimate enchants on my set a little bit. So now we're rocking Wisdom 4 on the leggings. Also put Smarty Pants too. That's as high as I have. I didn't realize I didn't have Smarty Pants on these. So that's another 10 intelligence, I believe. And then the Wisdom 4. We have Wisdom 5 on the chest plate, Wisdom 5 on the helmet. And I ran out of Wisdom books, so I put a Last Stand 5 on the boots. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Hopefully it kind of just all kind of chips together. But basically, I run around with my Fire Veil wand, hold out my Hyperion, crouch for the full set bonus to deal some damage to spawn it, because I basically want to maintain my mana as much as possible up until the boss fight starts, because you just go through so much mana when you're RCMing with your hype. So yeah, gonna sit here, gonna spawn the boss. Hopefully we can do it. I mean, this is episode 400, it's supposed to be the start of the Terminator grind, and if we we can't kill these things, it's going to be a struggle. I'm going to be honest, I've been attempting so many times over the last couple days just trying to be able to do it. So many fails and just like little increases I've made to the set, realizing I needed a bubblegum for our sheep pet. I use my enderman pet when I'm trying to spawn it just because it's way less kills. These guys take a minute when you're trying to spawn. Just doing fire veil, I only do like 1,000,000 damage per tick. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for the boss to spawn and we'll do our first boss together and hopefully we can take it down. That's the plan. Okay, boss has spawned. We're in the hits phase. Basically, whenever I'm not using my hype, I need to be using my mana steel soul whip. And also, I do need to work on my summons. I don't have a summoning ring or a reaper scythe, unfortunately, so those are gonna be some of the goals. I don't really want this guy to help with this, but yeah, there we go. We use hype until it goes into laser phase. Back to soul whip, regain some of our mana. That overflux still down for over 90 seconds, which is super nice. Pop a fire veil wand, crouch, use hype. Hits phase, you swap to your summons again and your soul whip. Basically just trying to keep your mana going as much as possible. Try and use like your wand of atonement as much as possible. This is like, I guess, a mini guide for you guys to try and figure out how to do this because it took me a while, I'm gonna be honest. Then it goes back to laser phase. You're using this. Jumping over to the beacon. Our mana is still looking pretty good. We have a really good amount right now. Fire veil, hype, beacon over here. Gonna jump over to this super quick. Back to a little bit more damage. Hits phase, summons, soul whip. There's just so much you have to stay on top of in this boss fight. It used to be so much easier. For those of you who don't remember, I'd hate that this is going over to this guy, by the way, but I did hit E-Man 7 back when it was way more achievable and like you could just do this with Atom Split. It was much simpler times, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, okay, it didn't actually, I don't know why it didn't actually go into laser phase. Let's trigger that then. Look at this eye, use that really quick. Another beacon, and we should just be able to come over here, hype spam, and he should be gone. There we go. Twilight arrow poisoned, but my goodness, we can RCM. We can actually RCM. That is so satisfying. It's a little annoying that that guy kind of got in the way, but you guys get the gist. He really did not help. I can actually do them now. Oh my goodness. That means it's time to grind these things. What a process to be able to do this. I don't think you guys understand how many times I failed. And obviously, I've had to sacrifice some magic find for the setup. I also have my beacon going with ability damage, which I didn't have before. I kind of had it just set to magic find. So I got that going now. And eventually, as we do more damage and my mana is a little bit better, then we're going to be able to like start focusing a bit more on magic find, such as our enrichments can swap back. Maybe we think about Daedalus swapping. A pet we're definitely going to work towards in the future, because right now I'm using my sheep pet for the fight, but eventually I do want to rock a level 200 golden dragon with 1 billion coins in my bank. This is a little ways away, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have anywhere close to 1 billion coins sitting around. I got like 400k. I desperately need to do some mining or wait for a miracle or something. And then obviously our golden dragon pet's level 119, so we are rocking the sheep pet. But this thing helps a ton because it reduces the mana cost of abilities by 20, gives me 100 intelligence, and plus 20% ability damage. So that is increasing my damage by 20%. There's just a lot of really good things going on from the sheep pet that's helping us beneficially right now. It's the best pet for me at the moment. And then obviously our enderman pet, that's what we're using to spawn. Speaking of which, this thing's pretty close to level 100, so that's pretty cool. Okay, apparently I'm not consistent. I'm gonna be honest, I was on the top platform. I'm not even joking. There was a minimum of 4 tier 4s, maybe even 5 up there, and I have like skyblock mods obviously that tell me, hey, go to your beacon or something, and that just wasn't my beacon it was trying to get me to go to, and then I couldn't see whose lasers were whose, and next thing you know I'm like walking in my own lasers, avoiding theirs, and there was just a lot of people doing bosses. Like these two both had bosses going, and it was honestly just a complete mess. So unfortunately stuff like that can happen, but I'm gonna be honest, even if my setup was better, I feel like that type of stuff is genuinely just gonna happen. It did help a little bit that now they say above like each mob who spawned the boss, which is honestly super convenient. I'm gonna be honest, really happy that they made that change, but I just still got bested by just way too many colors and moving pieces and too many people doing bosses. So let me try and do another boss because I'm pretty sure I'm getting consistent at them. I've killed 13 of them today so far. Probably died at the beginning every other boss, and then I really strung like 7 or 8 bosses together, and then did the one for the clip here because I wanted to make sure I was able to do it, and then just died again, unfortunately. So still hit or miss, but being able to do them versus not doing them is a massive improvement. Okay, our boss is spawned here. Hopefully no one kind of rudely tries to attempt to help, or what they consider helping, as my boss just gets taken away from me really quickly. Okay, back to Mana Steel on the Soul Whip. Gotta get our mana back up as much as possible. Fire Veil, hit him with the right click. See, why is our buddy here chasing down this guy over here? But let's place out our summons. This guy now has a summon. See, some people just don't get the memo about fight your own boss, man. I mean, I guess I appreciate the help if, like, I've already consistently shown I can do it on a regular basis, but I'm trying to prove myself to the viewers here, and this guy is not helping. For the record, I don't know who he is. I don't know where he came from, okay? I don't want credit for this guy. I do not know him, okay? I don't know him like that. Let's swap to our summons, though. Back to the Mana Steel Soul Whip. Where are our summons at? There's one here. Where's the other one? That's the real question. Where is the other one? I have no idea. If our summon could appear somewhere, maybe. Okay, so Fire Veil, swap to that. We should go to lasers here. Beautiful. Gonna look at the skull. Where's our beacon? Over here. Okay, a little bit of Soul Whip. I'm really low on mana, actually, so that part isn't looking too good, which is why I'm gonna be a little bit more cautious and go over here for the beacon. Yeah, we're actually out of mana. Wow, okay, that is not gonna be good. Go that. There we go. Okay, we ended up getting enough. I just wasn't able to mana steal enough, I guess. I was more focused on my summon for a while there, but yeah, as you can see, you can run out of mana really quickly. We were still able to get the boss done. And what's unfortunate is when people try to help, unless they kind of like stick around, sometimes they can just end up griefing. Like I think my summon went over to this guy's boss or someone else's while I was fighting, so stuff just happens up here. It gets a little messy, but I don't know. I've tried killing them in the Zealot Bruiser area, and I just find myself extremely inconsistent there. There's just little blocks I get stuck on, and I don't really like the space. The area up here is just honestly perfect for bosses, so that's kind of why I'm up here for a while. I was just doing some more Event Slayer. This guy just runs up in front of me. Look at this skin. It says code Zach on both sides. That's actually so funny. Shout out to this guy. You guys should all change your skins to this. True story. It's for a good cause, you know, and that causes me. Okay, we have another boss going here. We're getting close to the end of it, I want to say. I just need to look alive. Look alive. Look alive. Okay, there we go. Back to the lasers. Jump over here. I spawned it somewhere I really didn't want to, gonna be completely honest, but it's okay. It's okay. We should be able to finish it off here, hopefully. And yes, we can. Thank goodness. Honestly, I did not mean to spawn down here in the slightest. I wanted to spawn up here, but I got like just a chain of mini bosses, and I think it took me like one kill more than I would have needed to spawn it, and it spawned down there, unfortunately. But hey, we were able to take it out, so that's honestly all that matters. Another boss getting close to the end of its existence, I guess you could say. I don't really know a better way to put that. Should be close to laser phase. There we go. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and do that. Beacon spawned right on me, which is super, super convenient. That I just spawned right in front of me. Everything seems to be going my way here, but we should be able to finish off the boss here very quickly. Beautiful. Another boss complete. Unfortunately, our magic find is really bad, but hopefully I can like do a little thing to help with magic find once I get my implosion belt. Right now, I seriously just need like all the mana and everything I need. Like maybe I could change my enrichment swapper over as I'm getting like more comfortable with these bosses, but for now I'm gonna keep it like this. So I've done a couple more bosses, just getting more comfortable with it, and honestly I'm getting pretty comfy with it. As long as I spawn it in the right spot up here and I'm not being griefed by multiple people doing bosses at the same time, which honestly you just look around before you spawn it. And also my Enderman pet did hit level 100, but I'm getting a little bit more consistent with it. This thing's helping a ton, which is super nice for spawning them. Obviously been wanting to get this pet to level 100 for a good while now, and it finally is. And then also, yeah, just been chugging through some bosses, getting more comfortable with it. This is really the ultimate start of our grind for Terminator. Obviously a judgment core is not going to be easy, but I did want to go for Enderman level 8 and 9 anyways, so this kind of all ties in together. Basically I'm going to be grinding a ton of E-Man Slayer in the coming days for the next couple episodes, giving you guys drop highlights as well as tweaks to our setup. Implosion belt when it's done, that's going to help a ton. Right now I'm doing all this damage without an implosion belt, so an extra 25% more damage is going to be actually insane, so really excited for that. But yeah, just gonna be tweaking the setup and getting more comfortable with tier 4 RCM E-Man Slayer, because honestly it's not as simple as just getting a hype, but there's so many little tweaks you need to make to your setup to be able to do it like comfortably, and I wouldn't even say I can comfortably do it yet, so definitely a grind ahead of us. But who knows, goes. Hopefully the Judgment Core is right behind the next boss. Also, from all the Slayers I've been doing, or combat, I guess you could say, I'm now up to Champion 8 on our Hyperion. So that's actually looking super good. I need 2.5 million combat XP in total to get it to Champion 9. So a little under 400k away from that. But just by doing these Slayer bosses, we're going to get there eventually. I have no doubt in my mind. We're also making really good progress towards the next combat level, which is always super satisfying. But kind of just need to keep chipping away at it, and eventually we'll get there. I'm going to be honest, I would call today quite successful. We can actually successfully RCM tier 4s, and I'm going to be honest, over the course of the last week, I've tried a couple times every single day with little improvements we've made, and I haven't been able to do it until today. So being able to do it is actually massive because we can finally begin the grind for Judgment Core. We're already E-Man level 7. We got that way before they made the changes to the Slayer, and I'm really excited for this grind. Hopefully you guys are excited for the Terminator grind. It's going to take a while, but we're going to chip away at it, and a Judgment Core is definitely the way to start that off. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. Don't forget to use code Zach for an extra 5% off. Join my Discord, and without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and peace out.